Honduras is a small Central American country nestled between Guatemala, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. It is the second poorest country in this hemisphere, with 70% of the population living in conditions of extreme poverty. Housing is primitive, healthcare almost non-existent, and unemployment is massive. There is an extreme, unequal distribution of income. Agriculture is the largest industry, but the country continues to reel from the devastation wreaked by Hurricane Mitch in 1998. Almost half the population is under the age of 15. Living conditions are harsh, so Sister Maria Rosa, a Franciscan nun, decided to try and prevent conflict through her creation of La Sociedad de los Niños, a tiny village of 60 homes for single mothers and their children. The organization provided education, practical training, health care, and shelter in order for the women to journey towards independence. The organization began in order to help single mothers, but Sister Maria Rosa soon realized that in order to really help her people, she also needed to resolve conflict. La Sociedad de los Niños has transformed from a village into an organization whose aim is to give abandoned and abused Honduran children a loving home, an education, and prospects for future employment, creating a future not only for them, but for their country. Orphan children receive an education that allows them to survive in the real world. Once students become high school aged, they must choose a career path, whether it is welding, electricity, or computers. Conflict is further resolved through the micro-enterprises within the Nuevo Paraíso village that provide employment for the residents. Plantain chips and bricks are made and sold in the premises. Nuevo Paraíso also provides a medical clinic with ambulatory services for the surrounding areas. The area also provides housing, a laundry service, and food for missionary groups that travel to the area to help the orphanage. Once every 2 months, missionaries who visit are able to pass out presents to the children whose birthdays occurred within the last 2 months. Gifts usually consist of used clothes and shoes the groups bring with them. The children couldn't be any happier or more grateful. However, in any situation, conflict can arise, and Sister did her best to contain the struggle. Tegucigalpa, the capital of Honduras, is a very violent area. Many young men turn to a street life because crime can be an integral part of growing up in Honduras. In 2006 alone, over 3,000 homicides occurred in a population of 7 million, in comparison to the 600 that occurred in New York City with a population of 8 million people. Staggering crime rates are being contained through the creation of Flor Azul, a farming community for extremely poor and neglected teenage boys. The boys use machetes to clear the fields and plant corn and fruit trees for food. Their biggest dreams are food and shoes. Since the creation of La Sociedad de los Niños, Sister Maria Rosa has reached over 60,000 people. In addition to everything already mentioned, she has also founded a chain of 86 free health clinics across the country in order to give badly needed employment to recent graduates of medical schools, as well as providing basic health services to rural and low-income Hondurans. She has also launched a training center for young Honduran girls who work as housemaids, and helped to found the Honduran National Telethon, a foundation that supports a network of rehabilitation center for the handicapped. Sister Maria Rosa represents the third side, someone who acts as a buffer between the Honduran people and poverty. She works to maintain the third side motto of contain if necessary, resolve if possible, best of all prevent. She reminds all who visit La Sociedad de los Niños that no one cares about the latest fashions, fast cars, computers, or trendy gadgets. No one is defined by color. Rather, you learn to value your heart rather than your ego. You embrace silence, and you discover the meaning of conflict transformation.
En mis fotos estás.